John or Colby, how does the very visible increase in home construction here in the valley affect our future water supply?
I would say this is one of the most common questions we get asked, Crystal. How can we continue to grow in this valley? I see the new homes going in. How are you making my water supply safe? And why can we continue to do this despite everything we're hearing about Lake Mead? I think the answer is that our conservation code continually evolves to address new development. Starting in 2004, we restricted turf in front and backyards, and our board just recently passed a resolution to not allow any turf in homes. It will only be allowed in schools, parks, and cemeteries going forward. These are the kind of steps that we sort of have to continue to apply to new development and minimize their water footprint up front. The single-family homes going in today use very, very little water and make up a huge part of our economy. The same is true for our businesses as we tackle evaporative cooling, and we have not allowed turf in landscapes for businesses for a very long time. And AB 356 is going to get rid of all the turf that shouldn't be in businesses to begin with. These types of conservation efforts are what allow us to continue to grow. And we've been successful at showing that we can grow while using less water. As we sit here today, if we look back to 2002, we've added over 750,000 people, and we're using 26% less water. And per capita, we're using about half as what we used then. So as long as we continue to make sure that the next generation of development has the smallest water footprint possible, we use rigorous planning in our conservation projections, how much these changes can bring in so that we can ensure that we can meet the needs of everyone in this valley and continue growth.
And it is obviously a challenge. Just optically, it's counterintuitive with the levels of the lake going down and then all the new construction we're seeing. As Colby said, that really is the most common question we get of how can we continue to do this. But there's a couple big drivers, right? Anybody who lived in Las Vegas through the recession remembers the devastating economic impact zero growth had on our community. About 30% of our economy is construction. So to go from zero tomorrow would really have a devastating impact on our economy. And it really is about how we grow, not whether we grow. With the now prohibition on turf in new single-family construction, the only way they're going to consume water is through desert-friendly landscaping, in their yards, and the possibility of a pool in the backyard, which will have a very, very small water footprint. But I think it's important for everybody to remember, if you moved here since 2002, you did that because someone else conserved. We've been growing on conservation for the last 20 years, and the only way we're going to continue to be able to keep growing is by even more aggressive conservation measures.